From Zakham to Shifa, between two worlds. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful souls, and welcome back to From Zakham to Shifa, our sacred space where wounds transform into wisdom, where displacement becomes discovery, and where the space between worlds becomes the birthplace of our truest selves. I am your sister on this journey of healing, and Today I want to speak to those of you who have ever felt like you are living in translation, those who carry passports in your pockets but homelessness in your hearts, those who are fluent in multiple languages but sometimes struggle to find words for who you really are. This is an episode about belonging, not the kind that is handed to you, but the kind you have to create for yourself when you realize you're too much of one thing for some people and not enough of another for others. Between two worlds. It sounds poetic, but if you have lived it, you know it can feel more like being suspended in midair, reaching for solid ground that always seems just out of grasp. The geography of identity. Last month, I sat with Layla, a software engineer whose parents immigrated from Pakistan when she was 2. She said something that made me think deeply. I am too Canadian for my family's dinner table, too foreign for my co-workers' happy hours. And my grandmother, she winces at my Urdu accent. I feel like I'm constantly translating myself, and something always gets lost in translation. Her words echoed in my heart because they carry the weight of an entire generation, maybe your generation, the children and grandchildren of immigrants who inherited two cultures but sometimes feel like they belong to neither. You know the feeling when your mother criticizes you for being too Western in the same week that a colleague makes you feel like an outsider with a casual comment about your people. When you are expected to be the perfect ambassador for your faith and culture, but also to assimilate seamlessly in a society that sometimes sees you as perpetually foreign. And here is what breaks my heart. Instead of seeing this in-between space as a gift, as a unique vantage point that allows you to see multiple truths, we have been taught to see it as a failure to be authentically anything. The bridge generation. There is a story I love about bridges. People see a bridge and think about the gap it crosses, but engineers see something different. They see a structure that has to be stronger than both sides it connects, because it carries the weight of everything that passes between them. You, my dear ones, are the bridge generation. You carry languages, traditions, values, and dreams between worlds. And yes, that makes you different from those who live comfortably on either side, but it also makes you extraordinary. Think about Hassan Minhaj, the comedian who turned his experience of being caught between cultures into art that resonates with millions. Or Ibtihaj Mohammed, the Olympic fencer who wore her hijab with pride while representing America on the world stage. They did not resolve the tension of being between worlds. They transformed it into their superpower. But here is what they don't tell you about being a bridge. Bridges get walked on. They bear the weight of everyone else's journey while remaining stationary themselves. And sometimes that is exhausting. In the Quran, Allah speaks about how He made us into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. Not so that you may choose one identity and reject all others, but so that you may know, deeply understand the beautiful complexity of human experience. Your multiplicity isn't a bug in the system, it is a feature. The myth of authentic purity. We have been sold a lie about authenticity. The lie says that to be truly authentic, you must be purely one thing, purely Pakistani, purely Canadian, purely Muslim, purely modern. But purity is a myth that serves no one except those who want to put you in a box. I think about my friend Amara, whose mother fled Lebanon during the Civil War. Amara speaks Arabic fluently, but has never lived in the Middle East. She makes the most incredible kibbeh, but also craves her grandmother's recipe for apple pie. Yes, her Lebanese grandmother, who learned to bake American desserts to connect with her new country. When Amara's friends see her hijab, they assume she's traditional. When her extended family see she's living independently, they whisper about her being too Americanized. But Amara isn't confused about who she is. Everyone else is confused about who she is allowed to be. The myth of authentic purity demands that you choose. But what if the most authentic thing about you is your refusal to choose? What if your complexity is exactly what the world needs? The weight of representation. Here is something nobody prepares you when you are caught between worlds. You become everyone's representative. You're not just Layla, the software engineer, you're the Muslim woman in tech. You're not just Ahmed, the teacher. You're the Pakistani American educator who is supposed to speak for everyone who looks like you. It is exhausting, isn't it? Being asked to explain and defend and educate when all you wanted to do was exist. But here is what I have learned from watching people navigate this pressure. You don't owe anyone a perfect representation of anything. You owe yourself the freedom to be imperfect, complex, and human. When someone makes you feel you are not Muslim enough, remember that your relationship with Allah does not require their approval. When someone makes you feel you are not Canadian enough, remember that your belonging to this country is not determined by their comfort level with your existence. You are not a spokesperson for your entire culture, religion, or generation. You are a human being with your own story, your own struggles, and your own right to take up space exactly as you are. Creating your own country. I want to tell you about something beautiful I have witnessed. People who stop trying to fit into existing categories and start creating their own. They create friend groups that span cultures and continents. They cook fusion meals that would make their grandmothers curious and their Canadian friends adventurous. They raise children who are comfortable with complexity because they have seen it modeled as strength, not confusion. What would it look like for you to belong deeply to yourself? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was himself a bridge between two worlds, between the tribal culture of his time and the universal message he brought, between the spiritual, the practical, between justice and mercy. He did not resolve these tensions, he held them with grace. Maybe that's what we are called to do, not to resolve the tension of being between worlds, but to hold it with grace, to let it stretch us into more expansive versions of ourselves. My dear ones who live between worlds, you are not lost or confused. You are exactly what happens when cultures meet and create something beautiful and new. Your accent, whether it's your English or your Arabic or your Urdu, tells the story of journeys taken and bridges built. Your questions about identity are not signs of weakness. They are signs of a mind that refuses to accept simple answers to complex realities. Before I end today's episode, I want you to ask yourself, what would change in my life if I stopped trying to fit into other people's definition of authenticity and started celebrating the unique perspective that comes from living between worlds. This is From Zakham to Shifa. Until we meet again, may you find home in your own heart and strength in your beautiful complexity. Barakallahu fi. Wassalamu alaikum.